Welcome everyone. Today we are going to discuss pattern of PhD entrance exam for Mahatma Gandhi Central University, Bihar. The subject we are covering is English literature. As per the UGC norms, one cannot get admission in PhD without entrance exam. But the confusion of student is that what is the pattern of entrance exam for a university? Instead of defining all university, I am going to cover Mahatma Gandhi Central University, Bihar. In this small meeting, we are going to cover what is the pattern, in how many sections literature paper is divided, what is research methodology, and so on. Instead of going with the other details, let's check through the previous year's paper for 2019, which was perhaps the first paper of that. And as we can see, this is a kind of pattern that we are going to cover for Mahatma Gandhi Central University, Bihar's entrance exam. And as you can see, the front page, which is saying design of PhD English MGCUB entrance exam. And here is the beginning. Let's start. This is the paper, and this is the pattern we are going to cover. And here is the first slide for the paper 2019. As we see the time, you can see on the left side, time is 120 minutes, 2 hours in total. And from side, we can see maximum marks, 100. And in the instruction 1, you can find black or blue ballpoint pen. And there would be OMR sheet, and you have to fill it. Do not, there are some instruction. Instruction 4 is more important. You have to reach a center 10 minutes before. After that, there would be no entry, and you have to fill your roll number and other things in it. And that is the most important points we are having in the previous one. Here we come to know that there are 100 marks. But in what pattern these 100 question would be? This is 100 multiple object type questions. And this you have to answer in A, B, C, D pattern. And point number 9 is more important, negative marking. There will be no negative marking. For rough work, there is something in behind. And that is the pattern we are having right now. But still, we do not know how and what type of thing we are going to have in English paper. So the first part is of 50 marks, 50 question, and second part is of 50 question. The first 50 questions are of research methodology. And we can just check what type of research methodology is. Although this paper is unsold, this paper, the next lecture, we are going to cover this paper as a sold one. So first 50 question would be from research methodology and 50 question from English literature. This 50-50 pattern simply means the same that having UGC net. But out of this entrance exam, 70% marks will be calculated for of yours, and rest 30% are Viva, are of Viva. So let's move further and check the pattern of questions we are having. We are not going to solve this paper here. We will solve this paper in the next one, in the next audio or video of ours. So let's move toward the question style. Here we are having a question about question 1, report writing. Second is purpose of doing research. Third is qualitative data, and group interview is there. Anusandhan word is also there. Primary data for research purpose is that? So these are 6 questions on the first page we are having, and the fundamental research question is there. First page of research report is, and then research report, or what is research design, role of project supervisor. You can manage your time and resources best by these 12 questions till here we are having, and all are of research. There is nothing more than that. Why do you need to review the existing literature? Next question again from existing, then the primary data. Question number 15, short summary of research report. 16, research is, and the research paper is a brief report of research work based on. So in that sense, all questions are of research. The next we are having 19 number, conference proceeding, again from research, questionnaire, again from research, database, again from research. And now the 22 question, following is not type of research. Genuine research paper, next paper, and to maintain academic integrity is also there. And to being a researcher, a research paper is a brief report, and so on. Till here we are having 26 questions, and all are related to research methodology. Either it is paper 1 or chapter 1 or chapter 2 of UGC NET paper 1. Now again we are having all the following are the real benefit of doing research exact, and then the face, fact, figures, and other relevant materials. Geographical characteristics are related to data are called, and then e-journals, property right, IPR, intellectual property right, graphic representation, source of descriptive information. And now we are moving research. Studies is a category of research that aims to biased research. Next question, cite all your sources, bibliography found in a report. And the next, ethical problems. What do we call data when we gathered by earlier researcher? Advantage of questionnaire, disadvantage or advantage, disadvantage using secondary data, source, historical research. Which of the function of theory, review of literature, computer database searches can be done. Chapter that details how research was conducted is, and proposal is not known with the word patent, then antonyms of appraisal. So these are 50 questions. Through these 50 questions, you could understand what would be the pattern of first part of entrance exam for MGCUP. That is first part, 50 question, 50 question. And second part is of English literature. That part to cover 50 literature question. And these 50 questions are covering all ages and mostly the countries too. So now, instead of wasting much time, let's move on with the other questions for literature part 2, and that is from 51 to 100. So pattern is nearly the same for each work or whatever. So let's move to question of literature. Now we are having structural question, figure of speech, and then united we stand, divide we fall is again structural question. Diction, again a structural question. Arcadia, now we are coming to literature, older literature. Who wrote everyone in his humor? That Elizabethan or Jacobean era. Most of people know the question. Who believed the poetry is spontaneous overflow of powerful feeling? And we are having a romantic era. Which elegy is written by Sally? Again, romantic era. Which is not tragedy written by Shakespeare? Elizabethan era. Hero and hero worship was written by Victorian era. French Revolution, early romantic era. University with Elizabethan era. Structuralism, again criticism, literary theory paper, we are having literary movement that begin as a response to structuralism, modernization, modern era question, materialism, again theory, Natya Sastra, Indian literature, transient emotions are called, again that Indian, Dhavni, again Indian, Wordsworth, Romantic era, Biographia Literaria, again that we are having romantic, Coleridge, again romantic, Wordsworth, again romantic, art for art's sake, Victorian, which are the chief figure to make for sublimity, again a kind of theoretical drama, Tamberlane, Elizabethan era, maximum number of sonnet. Definitely sonnet are written in every age, but we are having, we could say, Elizabethan that took everything over here. But in case of longer version, there are different person. And then Malgudi days, Indian, train to Pakistan, again Indian, animal form around World War II, that you could say modern age, Spencer, Fairy Queen, Renaissance, Richardson Pamela, that is 18th century, selfish giant is more like an Indian version. Raju, again an Indian literature. Pope, Rape of the Lake, Rape of the Lock, 18th century. Daniel Defoe, again 18th century. Father of English novel, again 18th century. Preface to the Gitanjali, modern literature, which is not work by Milton, Miltonic era. Spanish tragedy, again, we are having Elizabethan type. Uh, who wrote Spanish tragedy, similar that Wordsworth's Prelude, again, Romantic era. Charles Lamb, again, Romantic and Victorian. Jane Austen, again, Romantic and some Victorian portion. Tennyson, again, Victorian era essay in criticism. We are having that more that Victorian and somewhere around modern. Hardy's, again Victorian. War and Peace, again the Victorian time, but from Russian literature. Age of Doubt, again you have from different age of doubt. Literature and Dogma deal with, again, a general kind of Christian. Poet of Liberty, and you have to find it more like a modern writers, or the somewhere around Victorian. Wuthering Heights, Victorian. And On the Sublime, again the classical writer. So these are the pattern and style of literature we are having, and these things will be covered. And the questions, as we are going to check or going to do for entrance exam, is of hundreds question set. And as from the example we have seen, 50 questions are of research, that is mostly from paper 1 or chapter 1 of UGC NET English literature, or uh, sometimes chapter 2 is, but not in detail. So the easy method to crack MGCUB entrance exam is the take 3 or 4 paper 1 book for UGC NET, and read them again and again and solve maximum question from research. You can take several details from your friends or the notes or different institute. If you are going to take at least 4 paper 1 entrance exam books, then it remains very easy for all of you to crack entrance exam. And if you crack, then 70% of your score will be count. For example, if you score 70 marks out of 100, then your 70 marks, 70% would be taken. That comes somewhere around 50 marks, you could say. And this would be count, and rest 30 marks would be of interview. And if you think that you can say you get 20 marks in interview, then your total would be, if we say 50 marks in paper 1 and 20, and your score would be 70. So this is the thing that we are having for MGCUB entrance exam, and it would remain important if you understand the structure of your paper. In next segment, we are going to cover MGCUB entrance exam sold paper. We will, the paper which we have seen just right now, we will solve it, and that would also be helpful for all of us. And with this, we will say thank you, take care, goodbye. If you like the video, do subscribe to channel. Thank you.